What is up, everybody? It's your boy DFS Up North, aka Josh Thomas, here with DFS Army. And guess what? I just gave my kids the iPad. I told them they have 10 minutes. I set a timer, and I came down here to talk to you guys about the DFS main slate week 4. My 3 favorite plays, all under 10% owned. GPP leverage. Let's win the millie this week. Let's go. What up, everybody? As you know, this is Josh Thomas, aka DFS Up North, and I am here today to talk to you guys about my 3 favorite leverage plays at QB, wide receiver, and running back in 3 minutes or less. If you are like me, maybe you're a dad, you got a couple of kids, maybe you're working 2 jobs, you don't have a lot of time to talk strategy and how you're building on the slate and things like that. There is some awesome content out there, you guys. People put a ton of work in, but a lot of this stuff, I just don't have the time to listen to. I don't have the time to dive in. I'm a pretty fast reader, for a gym teacher, I don't do too bad, but you know what? I like to see content broken down quickly, and that's what I'm going to do here. Again, we win at DFS Army. You guys have seen it. I sent a tweet today about guys talking about how they've never learned more in the last 2 weeks than they have joining DFS Army and are so close to a takedown. I love to see it. We had a Millie Maker winner this year already using our tools. The Domination Station, which is clutch. It had the second nuts in almost every single lineup that it created yesterday for the showdown. Had the second nuts lineup in it, so close to a takedown. Almost had some massive wins for the VIPs at DFS Army. Again, but why choose us, right? We win, we have cheat sheets, we teach you, right? Complete breakdowns, every single slate, showdown, classic tiers. You get my access to my articles, whether it's football, PGA, whatever, and then that optimizer like I was talking about, right? That is the secret sauce, and it's so slick for showdown. We do things with our optimizer for showdown that really I don't think anybody else in the industry does, in terms of our ability to customize, and if you like that, right, it's pretty easy to use. It doesn't take a lot of time to run lineups. Like I think I did mine in 6, 7, 8 minutes yesterday, and I had second nuts, right? So it's really easy to use. Love it. So yeah, let's get to it. Like I said, I got that Judge Judy meme here, right? I got 10 minutes. My kids have got the timer going for the iPad, so we got to get to it. My favorite GPP quarterback this week, I wrote in my article, clean up your desk. Right now, you probably spit your water out. Maybe you spit your coffee out. Maybe you got a little bourbon or something. Clean it up, because yes, I like Geno Smith this week. He is so cheap. And here's the deal. If you're not going to play Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen or Jalen Hurts, who are the top 3, the big dogs on the slate, then why not take a chance on somebody like Geno Smith, who is trending in the right direction? He's seen his pass attempts increase every single game, gone up to 44 attempts last game, right? This Lions secondary is terrible. And let's not forget that Geno has 2 of the best receivers in the league in DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, right? And speaking of those 2, DK Metcalf's average depth of target is ADOT over the first 3 weeks of the season has gone from 4 to 8 to 12. All right. What that tells me is that Geno's getting more comfortable in this offense, and Metcalf is getting more comfortable with Geno, and he's getting further and further away from the line of scrimmage with those pass attempts. He set a season high for pass yardage last week, and he's got these 2 stud receivers going against this Lions secondary that is terrible. All right, terrible. Throwing 2 TDs in 2 of the 3 games this season. Geno Smith has a clear path to 20 points, and he has 30+ point upside in this matchup. We have a 47.5 point total, 3.5 point spread. I am all kind of in on Geno Smith this week. And another washed up QB that I like is Jacoby Brissett, right? For the Browns. I'm giving you extra details here. I think that Browns Atlanta game's a kind of a fun one to target too. At running back though, it's Najee for me this week. I love Saquon. I love those guys. You're going to get the chalk. You're going to get the guys like, Jamal Williams, Khalil Herbert, right? Those are going to be your chalk cash RBs this week because everybody's going to play him, and people are going to sleep on Najee. He is too cheap for the role he has on DraftKings at 6,700. All right. The Jets are awful. They gave up 3 tutties to Chubb. Massive ceiling projection, right? He's the 8th price. We have him as the 8th priced running back, right? On DraftKings, and he's 5th in ceiling projection, which means that his upside is obviously better than his salary entails. So I think we could get a big 2-touchdown Najee game. He's getting enough passing game work to have a pretty big result, 3, 4, 5 targets a game. Jaylen Warren is waiting in the wings. But let's not forget, that Jaylen Warren is not that good. I like the running back on the opposite side of this game too better. Breece Hall, if you're going to punt a running back, I love Breece Hall. I think especially now with Zach Wilson coming back, he was seeing a ton of passing game work with Flacco. I think that could even increase with Wilson trying to get the ball out of the pocket quickly and looking for that dump off. He's obviously a little bit higher on FanDuel where, running backs are really touchdown dependent, and Najee's a better play obviously over there. So you can maybe go, like I said, to Breece Hall, who's not going to crack 10% owned, but DraftKings love Najee this week. And finally, the return of the Mac. If you were a DFS Army VIP, we were all over Mac Hollins last week. I sent a message to Geek Thursday, and I said, you're missing a guy in your lineup on your cheat sheet. Who? I said, Mac Hollins, and laughed, convinced me, and we did, right? And our guys smashed. We got the projections bumped up for Mac Hollins this week. He was in everybody's lineup in the optimizer, and he smashed. And it wasn't a fluke. All right, Mac was involved in this offense before Renfrow went out with a concussion. Right, he had 60 yards, 6 catches before Renfrow went out with a concussion on the last play of the game. Renfrow still looks like he's going to be out this week, and Hollins is going to, I think, again, just be way under owned. His price got a bump, right? It went from 3,000 to 4,200, but he's still so cheap. And Adams draws so much attention that it opens up room for him to work everywhere else. I think that this game with the Broncos is going to be ugly. I don't think either of these offenses are very good, but I think that Mac's ceiling is super high this week. I think that we could see 5 exit salary, easy 20 DK points. We could see potentially multi-touchdowns. As the Broncos look to blanket Adams, and guess who's open? Mac Daddy, baby, return of the Mac. So like I said, we try to do this quick. So these are 3 of my favorite GPP leverage plays this week. Geno Smith, we get low ownership, right? You can get Geno and DK in there. You can do whatever you want the rest of your lineup. You throw Geno, DK, and Mac Hollins in there, your lineup looks sexy. All right. And I'm going to give you one more secret little play. I don't always have a tight end in here, but a guy that I really like this week who will be completely unowned is Daniel Bellinger, the tight end for the Giants. Daniel Jones was already going to him as a safety valve, and now with Sterling Shepard out, not a lot of steady targets or steady guys that he can throw to, and I think that Daniel Bellinger has 6, 7, 8 catch upside against the Bears this week. Everybody's gonna play Saquon, which they should, but I love Daniel Bellinger as a super cheap tight end play on a slate where you're either playing Andrews or you're not, and if you're not playing Andrews, you might as well just pay all the way down. So I love Bellinger, but Geno Smith, love him, tons of upside. Again, if you want to play Lamar and Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen, obviously those guys are great plays. But if you want to take $3,000 off your salary and still have a chance at that sort of ceiling result, love Geno this week. I love Najee for a multi-touchdown game, and return to the Mac Hollins with the worst hair in the NFL is way. I was surprised. I thought people think this is a fluke, and it's like I said. This isn't a fluke. Renfrow or no Renfrow, he is involved in this offense. Derek Carr is a better passer than we give him credit for, and I think Mac has another big game this week. So like I said, DFS Army, if you want to become a VIP, you can use that code UpNorth, gets you 10% off for life. Drop a name in the comments who you think is going to be the low-owned stud of the week. I will comment back and let you know if I'm interested or not. Have a great week, everybody. We got 8:44 here. I got a minute and a half that I got to run upstairs and get my kids off the iPad and get them to bed, all right? Cheers, guys.